Good morning, everyone, and welcome. Normally, we start at 10 o'clock a.m. Eastern Time. We are a bit early, so you can maybe follow some of those signals. Please be careful with your future trade. There is a lot of risk in the future trading. Try to practice as much as you can before you start using a real money. All our videos are educational purposes only. You're very welcome to follow any of our signal as long as you follow us on a sim. We're not responsible for your trade, and we just helping out for free and give a free education on that channel. And what you do with it is up to you. For the ones who are new here, we will be covering some of the scalping, swing trading, price action, automated trade. As an example here, the market analyzer is based on 1 minute, and then we give you the entry, and then we give you the target, and we give you the direction. And then it's up to you to follow it on a sim or not. As an example, the YM, we have a sell. This is your entry, 65.24, and target 26.497. So this is one of the system. We have a 3 different system we will be covering. Actually, we have much more than 3 systems, but this is what we can cover on one monitor. The same story, you can follow the signals, and when the new signal comes in, it will come on this line right there, the second column on the market analyzer. You can use the same entry signal on Forex and on stocks. And then this market analyzer, you can automate trade, ATM strategy, and full automated if you want to. They both have the same entry. One, you are able to extend the target if you are using the ATM. But if you are using the automated trade, as an example here on the YM, once you hit the target, then the automated trade will be closed position and waiting on a new position. Another thing we like, if because of there's a chop market and a lot of volatility, and you're not able to trade a swing trading. Sometimes this market lately in 2019, there is a lot of chop volatility. So you are very welcome also to follow some of the entry scalping. The first one here on this market analyzer, it will be trading with the trend. And this one here, it will be reversing the market. And then that's what it says, automated to trade and reverse the market. So as an example, right now on the YM, because this is scalping matter here, as you see, we have to trade with the trend. We have the YM going short, and the Nasdaq, actually they are the opposite direction right now, but the direction it is right now to the short side. We will be actually. The ES, the YM and the Nasdaq is on the short side, and the ES, we will be explaining, doing this, what's going on and why we have this retracement on the ES and what happening. So we highlight whether you are an automated trading or you are a manual trading. We try to understand or show you what is your situation in this market. The problem is the market got into the same direction to the short side. Those are your less than $1 a day zone. As you see, when the market was taken down on the ES, got bumped out of the 29.1750, and there is a double support here, and that is causing a little pullback on the ES. But we are expecting this market to go back and drop down again, and then probably the probability for that ES right now is going to try to break the 1750. So the key right now, the market works on keys, numbers. It's not just looking at the chart. Right now, the key on the ES is 1750, and we need to see that ES breaking the 1750 is a little bit challenging for the ES, because we have the double support at 1775, 1750, followed by the 17. So the 17 number, it is a key here on the ES. When you see it is blinking, that means there is a lot of sell-off coming in, and absolutely the ES is going to test this line here, the 1775 and 1750. If we are to break it, that means we are breaking major areas here. So that's why right now, as you see, the YM did a very good job to the trending side, and it was doing very well, but also the NASDAQ bump into the 76, 71 level for your NASDAQ trader. We've been having a lot of requests on the CL. Let me explain to you what's going on. One thing you will notice on the ES trade, NASDAQ trade, and YM trade is the targets are very small, because the targets are not fixed targets. They are based on the market movement. And as we see, there is a sell order at 1850 on the ES, and the target actually is 1650. That indicate those are a smaller target, and this market has not been taken a lot of wave in the market. For the CL trader, it is nothing better. We have the sell entry somewhere around 63, 62, and the target is 63.43. So this is not really a big target, but has already hit the target on the CL. So there is no more trade on the CL at the moment. Right now, what we are doing, we are keeping our eye on that level here, and 1750, there we go. And this is the last bumper, the 17 level, which that is going to ignite the NASDAQ to break that level at 71, 76, 71. So we are on a beautiful ride to start with. From the market analyzer is based on 1 minute and one contract only. We have two contracts on the ES, we have two contracts on the NASDAQ, and we have one contract on the YM. So, but the market analyzer is based on one contract, and it is 1 minute, based on 1 minute. And so one of the things here is based on one contract, and we have 181 ticks into the profit based on one contract from the last entry signal. It's not the whole day, it's the last entry signal. So this is very good. And now we are just 10, 20 minutes into the trade. It's 9:49, and this is 20 minutes, and this is a beautiful trade and a beautiful because of this ES break-in. For our traders, do not let it. This is the last bumper on the 71 on the NASDAQ. Actually, this is something very curious with that because of the volatility in the NASDAQ. If we look earlier on the trading with the trend scalping, the NASDAQ has been struggling all morning. And so we're going to take it a little bit. You can do this luxury by moving the trailing stop or the target if you are using the ATM system. But if you are using the fully automated to trade, you should be exit by now, and you are already exit by now. So we are probably are nailing it to the 64.13 on the YM, and the ES has hit the target right in front of you from the entry signal all the way here, and the CL has already hit the target. As we see right now on the market analyzer, we have a 300 on the YM, we have the RTY, the Russell 80, and then we have a 360 on the CL, and the Nasdaq is $30 down, and the ES have 5 ticks. So right now, if you are on that trade, especially our members, because of this Nasdaq, there is a volatility. If you are scared, close your position. If you want to go and hold it for a bit longer, it's up to you, but the potential to the downside is amazing. Even for the ES traders, there is a good potential. The next level, is going to be 29.1175, 29.1175. So there is a good potential to hit the 1175. So we're gonna keep him a little bit, and this is what the beauty about it. That's why I prefer to use the ATM. And we have one contract on the YM. We're gonna drag it down to the between the lines to see if we are able to get some potential. Once we break on the Nasdaq the 71.25, we should be in a very good hand, or 70.50. So we are going on that direction. That is gonna go ahead and drop this market further down. At the moment, we have 273 ticks based on one contract, and based on the last entry signal. It's not the whole day. And now we start climbing to the 300 ticks based on one contract. And I'll be glad to see this Nasdaq going to breaking the 70.75. Once we break the 70.75, we have a very good potential for that ES drop to the 1100 level. So we're going to keep our eye on it. And then if we wanted to examine this market a bit, it will be very nice also to look at some of the best things. It is to look at the 15 minutes to see what your fellow institution. There is a new signal on the DAX, a sell entry on the DAX. The entry price is 24.5, target is 10.5. So again, this is a very small trade because of this Nasdaq right now. I'm worried about. But if we are looking at the ES, at the bigger picture with the ES, we can see this number is going to the 15. We are going to have probably, we are going to stop here at 29.12.25. But absolutely, the final destination is 908.25. There is 3 support line, and that is not going to be penetrated. It's going to require a lot of sales. So mark on your chart, please, the 1250, and it is a very important number, the 1250. And for the CL trade, let me explain to you something about the CL trade. You see, the Nasdaq is refusing to die, and it's because of the support line at 71 level. So now we are going back, and that is going to cause a little pullback on the ES and the YM. One of the things also, the system, we made it very friendly to you, which we've been using those yellow lines, and those yellow lines, as you see here, once the market reach those 2 yellow lines, that means there is no more buying. Okay, I don't know. I don't believe in the overbought, oversold. What about supply and demand? It doesn't work for me. But when the market gets into this area, this zone here, that means you're done taking a long trade, and now you need to start looking for a short trade. No matter where you enter on that market, it will be winner. So if we look now the opposite direction, and the market came in again, bottom up on the CL followed by the reversal signal. Those reversal signals are not a repaint signal. They stay there. And this is with the trend exhaustion firing to the positive, and then you have the reversal, and that CL is going to jump into those two yellow lines. So there is a potential for an entry, reverse entry into this area. And then we will deal with the CL at 64.34, because this one here is going back. The trend and the stop, it is floor and fibs, and the floor and fibs are the trend and stops are floor and fibs, and they are price levels. So the probability, and then followed by double resistant, triple resistant, and that is mean if you are taking a reversal from that trade, you know exactly where it's used. That destination is going to be around 63.36. So if we take a reversal here, it is not going to be anything above the 63.35 or 36, because this is where the market is going to hold a bit. So right now, this problem with the NASDAQ is refusing to break that area here. If you look, it is very loud and clear to you that the NASDAQ has been for the last half an hour trying to break your zone here, and those are the 71 level, and has fell, and that's what causing now the market to get chopped. At the same time, the ES is not responding to the NASDAQ, and the YM is not responding, is just hammering down. Eventually, the NASDAQ has to give in to the downside because there is a short. But the support line here is making the problem for you, and is making this NASDAQ, you can see it immediately on the scalping. There is a problem in the NASDAQ, and is actually losing the ground with the NASDAQ today. Now, if we examine the ES, there is a good potential for this ES. If we are looking on the 15 minutes, there is a good potential to go all the way down to the 1250, 1350, somewhere around that area. But if this NASDAQ is not going to give up and is not able to break that area here, that all bets are going to be off on the ES. So if you are on a trade with the ES, keep your eye closed and keep your eye closer on the NASDAQ to see if this NASDAQ going back to try to break the 71 level. And that is the whole situation here. So what we are trying to do, folks, here, and not trying to be outsmart the market. We're not trying to say you have to go by the rules, because nobody cares about your rules or my rules or anybody else's rules. The market is going to do what the market is going to do. We just trying here for free. Explain the situation as is, and what you do with it is up to you. We're not responsible for your trade, but we thought it is about time somebody come in and go live on a future trading and show it the way it is, and not to be taken by nonsense commercials. So this is the reality of the future trading. And whether you are automated trading or not, of course, if you are automated trading, that's very fine. You look at the numbers. But right now, the whole situation here has changed on the NASDAQ. And the probability right now, the NASDAQ is going to the long. And that is going to cause a problem for you on the ES, and is going to make a problem for you on the YM. So close in position, it will be your best offer right now on the ES, and all bets are off on and try to take immediately close position because everything has changed in the market right now. The Nasdaq has tried one time, two times, three times, four times, five times, and now we have a new entry on the Nasdaq. If I was you, I will not jump on it. Take it on a sim is fine. The reason I don't want it to jump on the Nasdaq right now, because we still have the ES to the short side and the YM to the short side. Plus, if you those are your less than $1 zone, and if we look at the Nasdaq, we have some problem at 85.17, and the ES and the YM are not confirming that movement. So the probability for that Nasdaq to be having a hard time at 85.17, it is going to be problem for that Nasdaq to break the 85.17. So let's keep our eye on that. The whole things has changed in those direction. So if we want to look at the automated trading with the Nasdaq, of course, I have. I don't know why when we trying to go on a YouTube, sometimes I'm having a problem catching the chart. Just give me a second. It will take a second. Can you see how this market has a problem with 85.25? So we are not gonna get, we're not gonna jump out of a balcony because the Nasdaq is jumping. So we're gonna stay tight here and be conservative because it doesn't make sense at the moment, that entry. As long as the ES to the short side and the YM to the short side, and it seems like they are holding to the short side, that I'm not going to be jumping on the Nasdaq trade. Absolutely. I will not be jumping. It is a very high risk, and I will let it go. And I will not even, if you are a conservative trader, you should not be taking it. If you are an aggressive trader, then go ahead, be my guest. But on that trade, it doesn't make sense for me. And I'm going to stay out of the Nasdaq at the moment. The problem is I have no idea how far it's going to go. I know there is a problem here at 85, and I have no idea how far it's going to go. It is a very high risk. Your chances on that is going to be very slim to take a trade on this area here. They are not confirmed with the, now, if we look, we have the 30-year Treasury bond sell position at 146.17 and the target 146.11. This is just what 6 ticks. It is extremely tight. So let's see how is the outcome. One of the things is, please do not take the trade middle of the trend. If you are insistent taking a trade middle of the trend, keep your eye on the scalping. This one here, the first one, it is taking a trade, made 100, amazing, made on the scalping 160, and the YM wanted to take a long, and that is not going to work. This on the scalping, the long trade is not going to happen. And we can see the Nasdaq start dying on us. So it is a break even, a +1. So I don't care. It is a free trade, but I am not happy with that trade, and I will leave it alone. And this is not my game. If you are a conservative, this is not your game. Until we see that ES, let me show you again the 15 minutes ES. If we look at the 15 minutes, it is extremely powerful, and it is extremely straightforward, and it is amazing to the tick. You will know how things work. If we look at the trend exhaustion and the trend here, they are to the negative. The start, it is an entry signal. And now we have the ES is on 1725. But look at the amount of resistance we have, and we are trying to break the 1750, followed by the 1950. This is a nightmare to try to take that trade in middle of a double resistance. This is a nightmare. And a plus, if you are automated trading, that is going to be a nightmare for you as well. Now on the CL, after we told you it was over on the CL, we told you it was over. It fired between those two yellow lines, and then the auto trade took that trade right now, took the first trade, made a little bit, took the second trade. This is the swing trade, and it has nothing to do with the signal, and this is a total different system. And then grabbed a good entry on the reversal, and we are climbing with that. So we'll see what will happen with the ES. And exactly as we expected with the ES, it happened that this market, from the reversal, I said we need to worry about the 63 level, and that's what we are worrying about. As we see here, the ES has given in, fell to break for a resistance line, and that is gonna cause that NASDAQ to go back in line. And that's why I was not keen on that. And I will stay on those trades, the YM and ES. For the swing trading, the 244 ticks is already covered. Took one trade, 2 and 3, and it was done 890. This is very nice. And the way it cuts the entry, 2, 3, it is beautiful. 3 trade, 890. And those does not require any optimization. Trailing stops is all automatic. You turn on and turn off the swing trading. This is a beautiful trade on the ES, and we have also the swing trading. It's all of them at daily target 500, but no, actually, this is the B scalper market order, and we hit 525. This is not bad. Market order, not limited order, on 150 ticks. It's too early to start hitting the target, but we had a few have hit targets. Again, the ES is going straight to test the 1275. This is your 15 genuine chart, not one of those Franco. This is a genuine number of 1250. This is the genuine number. If we are breaking that area, final destination for today, it will be 0875. So we will get into this problem here and keep our eye on the NASDAQ. Now it's getting heavier on the support area on the NASDAQ. So there is a lot of volatility on the NASDAQ part. So I'm not going to be messing with the NASDAQ at the moment. It's not advisable. And it is a tough market, a bit tough today. And we will take it as we go. 5 minutes of break, and I'll be right back. Thank you very much. The Nasdaq hit the target, which I'm not interested in that trade. The Nasdaq hit right to the target 94.25 with a reversal. If you are a Nasdaq trader, you are interested in that. Try to. We will have a pullback somewhere on 80.50, but for me, it's nothing for me in there. I'm sorry, when I was away, we got a new entry signal on the CL, and this one here in conjunction with the automated trade. And we haven't. I'm sorry, I missed the signal. I hope somebody has caught the signal when it was saying here on the market analyzer a new signal. I'm not too sure about this one here. Be cautious if you follow that signal here. We have a double resistance and projection at 63.53, so it's going to take a little time before we get all the way up there. We will be keep our eye on the ES and even we missed on the Nasdaq. I'm not interested in that trade. We can always pick up a new signal from the ES and the YM, so we're not worried about missing out on anything. It will be better to be safe than to have a risk with the Nasdaq when the ES and the YM still going into to the down direction because of this. As I explained to you, we have a double resistance followed by 1925, so it's going to require a little bit more than that. Once we see this market breaking this 1925, that's mean right now we are interested in the ES to go long. As long as we are below those numbers here, we're not interested into the trade on the ES. Nasdaq is got his own mind today, but I'm not interested in it. However, if you are interested on a re-entry point on the Nasdaq, you can take the 680.25 on a sim, please. Let me show you a little bit a medium picture between the ES. This is a 3 minutes, which we have a lot of traders use the 3 minutes. And this is your Nasdaq. And of course, when you put them together, you will have something to look at. And we have the YM 3 minutes. Let me move this one away for a second. If we look at that picture here on the 3 minutes, we have the sell entry on the 3 minutes, and it's still in order, you know. And there is a projection at 1650, but then the target is 12, and this is not over yet. On the Nasdaq, if you are looking at the 3 minutes, we still have a long way to go. And on the YM, on the 3 minutes, we have the sell and target hit, you know. And now we have the projection, the trend exhaustion turning to the positive direction. And this one now, it is start going negative. And the ES, this is if you want to follow the 3 minutes, this is 1675 all the way to the 12. So this is the YM mission is over, and the Nasdaq, I don't like that movement, and the ES still a lot to go to, probability to the 12. So I will not get excited over the Nasdaq, and if to our traders, to our members, If you are on the ES trade, stay put on it, and we will keep our eye closed on the ES, because there is still a lot of potential to the downside on the ES at the moment. Things can change, and we will keep our eye closed on those till we see something is happening. So um, let's go back to the scalping. What you see, what you get. If you are following this, we have a problem with the scalping on the trading with the trend. The scalping on the Nasdaq has not been a success day today. On the CL, did very well, 1300. Welcome to trading. The YM, it was on the green, and right now it is on a red. And as you notice now, the scalping took a short trade right now on the ES. So this will help you. As you see right now, is only one tick from the short trade. This is how you need to look at it. And so we are um, and we are getting hammered on the reversals. The Nasdaq, it is exactly, Ben, exactly, sir, exactly. Uh, uh, one of the things I have not forgot about that. Again, we need to look at the ES to the short direction in the market. If you want to look at this market, the Nasdaq is not in sequence with the ESYM. It is to the buy signal, and the YM to the sell, and the 30-year Treasury bond. If you notice, Ben, and you're right. If you notice, Ben, a few minutes ago, around 10 minutes ago, we had a new signal on the 30-year Treasury bond. Is it true, Ben? And as you see, the sell signal on the 30-year Treasury bond has fell, you see, and we are down one tick on the 30-year Treasury bond. So this is has fell, the 30-year Treasury bond, and so we'll see what will happen in here. But if we look at the 3 minutes, a little bigger picture here, it seems like we are going straight to the 2912. And Ben, if you look, sir, at your 15 minutes chart, the target here is a 12, and your resistance, I'm sorry, your support is 1250. So this is the key right there. If we are a break-in, Ben, the 1250, there is a good potential for 909 today, sir. So be careful on them. And you have the system in your computer. You know what I'm talking about. So one thing for the Nasdaq traders, if you notice this yellow line here, and the true average price is right there, 82.50. For the Wednesday, like the Nasdaq, this is where the Nasdaq re-entry point, if you want to risk a long trade, this is exactly where is your entry point on the Nasdaq based on a pullback. Or if you wanted to follow one of the scalpers, is fine. But the re-entry on the swing trading is 83 level. This is your re-entry level on the Nasdaq if you are interested in that. I'm not, but if you are, you're very welcome to it. So now we are going directly on to Ben. This one here, if you look at the 3 minutes, we are going, okay, here there is a little bumper on the way. We are starting building the 1275 right there. A double support at 1275. So if we look at the ES, I don't know if you can see those small lines, but we have a 1250, and now we are confirming with a 1275. So if you are on that trade, you need to, guys, start marking your ES and move it from 1250 to 1275. So add one more tick and mark it. It is a very critical area. And the Nasdaq on the swing trading has already took the short trade on the 87.75. This is the swing trading. So if we look at this wick, is a 1375. Do you remember, guys, what I told you about the Nasdaq? And look at this. You see that? So we can see that this market, there is no rules in this market, and don't let anyone get you stuck by anybody's rules. There is no rules in this market. What you need to do is every day is going to be situated differently than yesterday. And the only time you're gonna, I wish I can download my information and transfer it to your head, but I cannot. The only time you will be in charge in the market and not letting the market in charge with you is by putting as much as you can behind the screen and try to develop your own, try to pick up from somebody else how we are looking at this market, and then try to, you cannot copy anybody's trade, but you can develop your own, and we are trying to explain in details day by day how we need to look at this market. I don't know, out there we do not collect information. I don't know out there who took that trade on 83. What you can do on that one here is a winning trade, and then what you need to do, put it plus one tick, and we will take it. If you need where you need to close that Nasdaq trade, you need, there we go, here is your less than $1 a day. You get all those information. You have a projection at 88.75 at the moment, so you need to exit at 88.50. 88.50 you need to exit, or 88 level, and this is will put some money in your pocket. So as we said before, we will be showing you some of the swing trading, and in between, like what I said last week, when I see a good trade in the scalping, I will be nailing it for you, and I did nail this one for you. For the ones took that trade, you need to close position right now, right here at 88.50, and call it off, or 88. It is finished. It is over. For the ones follow the CL trade, we have the 63 level here and closing position at 63.67 on the CL. And let me look at the range, because I'm keeping my eye. This is a very good, to our traders, you can use the 4 range without any filter on the CL. Is doing extremely well with no filter. Just turn it on as is. And now we are around 820 into that trade. And this is beautiful. And it is a beautiful trade on this one as well. Let's go back to the NASDAQ story. As you see how accurate the system, folks, we came in, we told you to go in from that area, and we did not just tell you the entry, we gave you the destination for that trade. Every single trade have a destination. Every single trade, when you enter the market, you should know where is your exit. Because if your exit is based on 10 ticks, I'm not interested in it. I'm not sure if you can see this yellow line. Ben can, or any of your guys here, can you see this here, a red line on this chart? Or because I don't like to populate the charts that much. We got into 1350, and we are looking to see the 1250. If we are able to hold at the 1250, 1275, and if we break that, we are going straight down to the 908, and this will be our final destination for today. For the CL, the one who followed those signal on the CL, when they plotted here on your, we do not call the trade, is right there in front of you. This is a support, become a support after there was a resistance at 63.48. For the CL traders, mark your 63.61. We're going to have a bit problem there. Final destination on that trade, it will be 63.67. 63.67. It will be exit close position. Okay, we're going farther on the ES trade, gentlemen. And now we are going straight to test the 1275 on the ES. And if we are break it, if you are still on that trade on the ES, there is a good potential for 908.75. Keep your eye on it. This is the key right now is the 1250 on the ES. This is the key. We either, it will be the end of that trade on the ES, or there is a good potential for 908.75. Depends on the market movement. With the CL, try to mark the 63.61, please. And we will take it from there. So at the moment, there is no trade on the ES, on the Nasdaq. There is no short trade, and we need to keep our eye on the number 1275. This is where the market is going probably to end, because also now we are fixing to have a problem on the YM with the 6401. It is very important. So it seems like this market is bottom up yet. I mean, we are waiting for a few more seconds to make a decision on that. And I think this market, it is over. The Nasdaq is confirming in those area here, and it's not gonna die out on us. Let's look, see if we can get to the 1275. We have hit 1350. We still like to see the 1250 number from that chart here, or 1275. I doubt it anymore. It is over. Party is over. There is a new signal on the euro dollar futures, and the entry price is 36.40, and then the target is 37.35. I don't know if anybody is interested in the euro dollar futures. And I'm sorry, guys, I cannot keep my eye on every single bumper in the market. It is very hard when it is live. So you gotta bear with me a bit, trying to cover everything here. Let's keep our eye on the ES. Let's see if it's able to break the 1250. It is very important to see if we're gonna hold at 1250 or break it. This is an extremely key. And I don't know if you can see this red light here, this red line, but it seems like the party is over on the ES. Let's look at the CL swing trading. It is visible. Thank you, Gavor. Thank you, sir. And it is 880 on the 4 range. Nasdaq is dying on us. As I said, folks, be careful with the 63.61. If you are on that trade with the CL, 63.67 final destination. If you notice, Gevorg, we're going back to test that number, sir. But if you look at your chart, your ABCs are over at 1350. So let's see. That means this is a final destination here. It is bottom. For the CL trader, be careful with the 63.61. Once we break the 63.61, you need to exit at least one of them at 63.08 and leave one as a runner. You see? Where is the wick, folks? You see? This is what we were worried about. And exactly to the tick. Let's look at the NASDAQ situation. I never said, I don't know. Go ahead and activate it, sir, if you want to. I don't know why you not. Go ahead and do that. Talk to me after we are done with the webinars. I cannot give support, guys, when we are live about some personal help or support. So if it's anybody needs help, questions, activating auto trades, we are more than glad to help you, but not when we are on a webinar, please, live. Okay. Uh, anyone needs help from our members right after the webinar, shoot me an email or Skype me, put a text, but I'm not going to do support on when we are here. I got my hands full trying to. A lot of traders are following, and I need to keep my eye in the market, please. So all the personal stuff has to wait, folks. I'm sorry. Okay. I got distracted. I need to go back in line here. The NASDAQ, there is nothing to take on the NASDAQ. The CL is expected here. Once we are about to break that number, but final destination is 63.67. Okay, we have broke that. And on the your final destination on the CL, it is 63.67, and your swing trading is doing extremely well, and the ES is finished, guys. I mean, at bottom up and at 13.25, and this is not gonna go anywhere anymore. It is over. The party is over on that. So you need to, our traders, to start thinking closing ES, please, and YM. The YM, you can drag it all the way probably to the 6407. This is where on the CL you need to close position exactly where we told you to close position. You see that? 63.67. We can maximize our profit on that trade. Let's see if this ES is trying to give it one more shot. Let's see if this ES willing to go to the 1250. If it does goes to the 1250, we're going to stay longer. If it's not, then we're going to call it off for today. So there we go. This is the key right now we have been looking for the last half an hour. The 1250 is right there, 1275 followed by 1250. That's what we are looking for. And your trading panel is shining like a Christmas tree with the short sellers. Okay, and it seems like, don't get excited. Let's wait. This is amazing. The trading panel is really lightened with a lot of sales, and it broke it straight to the 0850. Beautiful. 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 It seems like if we able to close that bar below that number here, we are going straight to the 0875. This is a beautiful trade. One straight shot. Absolutely lovely. Days like this make you love the stock, the market. And as we see from the swing trading, it is amazing. The CLYM DAX, all of them from the swing trading, it is they're all doing extremely fine to the short trade, and we will be looking to some of those trades. We just need to see this ES breaking that 1150, closing below the 1250. Let's see if it's going to happen. On the NASDAQ, swing trading already took the short trade. This is not bad, 480 on this one here. The YM 1 minute, it is 750. The CL 1 minute, I'm not going to go through all the chart, but if the 1 minute made it, that's mean every chart made it. If the 1 minute didn't make it, that's mean you didn't make it. Tough luck. And that's how life is. For the CL, we gave you down to the tick where you need to exit. So we told you exactly where to exit on the CL, and the CL tried 2 times to break that area, did not. So for less than $1 a day, that is going to make a difference to maximize your profit when you are in a trade and it's going to your direction. Instead using a dummy trailing stop and being knocked out of that market with no money, just $100 or something, at least with those lines can give you direction where you can maximize that trade. Because when this trade is going to your direction, we need to suck all the blood out of it and not leave one tick behind. And this is a different when you are sure and blind, or when you are knowing your limitation on that trade, whatever that trade is, which is going to make a lot of difference. And as you see with the ES, it has been guiding us all day long, the fib lines, and it's telling us, of course, in conjunction with the trading panel and the looking at the 3 minutes, you can see it give us a very good straightforward, but at least we are aware what's going on in the market. And we know right now we have 25 ticks into that trade. And right now we know if we are able to break the 1250, which we've been talking about it all day long, there is a good potential to go further on that trade, to go from a 1250 to 0875. And that is going to give you freedom for the rest of the day not to mess with this market, And when the market is moving, the market is moving. So if we are looking at the swing trading at the moment, CL 900, this is the CL 900. You see it on the controller, the DAX 681 on that trade, ES 575, 535, and all of those are under different accounts. But those are when the market is moving, the market is moving. There is no question about it. So right now on your trading panel, the sellers over the buyers, and there's around 300 indicators in this puzzle. On each signal, there is 30 indicator, 30 indicator, 30 and 30 and 30 and 30. So this is 90 by 90 indicators just in that area here, measuring the markets. And this is 180 indicators monitoring the market for you. This is another system. then a market analyzer, and then measuring the sellers over the buyers, plus the bears and the bulls on this one here. And now we have a new signal plotted on the, so that gives you direction if we are going into the right direction or we need to stop at here. But right now, what is given us, there is a good potential to go ahead and drag this market to the 0875. Very simple forward trade. The Nasdaq is still in volatility. Oh no, sorry, I wasn't paying attention. The Nasdaq took a short trade. I mean, I couldn't see it. I'm sorry, I was distracted. But you will have it a plot in here. You gotta keep your eye on this one. And it fell actually. You can see it immediately from the scalping. This is one system. This is another system. Look at this. The Nasdaq on the swing trading is not doing well on the price action. On the scalpers, trading with the trend and reversal, they are in the red. If we're looking at the Nasdaq trading reversal, lost money. And if we look at the Nasdaq trading with the trend, lost money. Does not mean when you have a three different system losing on the Nasdaq, does not mean your auto trade is not doing well. It is the market movement not doing well. Your chart, your market, the way the volatility has come into the Nasdaq when went against all the odds and went to the opposite direction today and went and hit the target actually to the long. I did not get involved in it. So it's not everything auto trade. It is something also the volatility in this market has not helping the Nasdaq to earn money for you today. So uh, it cannot be the auto trade if the ES made 1,000 and the Nasdaq dropped 730. Welcome to trading, and this is reality. You need to understand there is winning and losing, and depends on the horse you are betting on. So, folks, I explained very well your situation. I explained to you if you want to hold to your trade, we have a potential for 1275, and we have a potential to drop to the 08. Or if you want to cut it off from here and you're happy for what you got for today, do that, please. For the CL, we guide you all the way to where you need to exit from to the tick, and I think we did extremely well. We have some of our trader asking me to stay a few more minutes. Welcome. But I'm done for today, and now it is 11 o'clock. We have I will stay another 5 minutes. Sure, I will stay another 5 minutes. I will keep my eye on the market for you. I will be quiet for a couple of minutes, and I'll be right back. Thank you. If I see there is a potential right now on the drop, I'll stay with you, sir. But if I was you, I will try to close position. Let's see if it's gonna go further, then I will stay longer. But I helped you all the way to 1250, sir, and I don't see at the moment. I don't see. Let's wait a few seconds and see if. For the CL trader, this is a very good potential for a re-entry at 63.49 or market order right now, and you can follow. If any of those trades going long, you can follow it. Keep your eye closed on the market analyzer. But this is a very good entry at 63.50. I'm sorry, I didn't see that. So let's see now if it's gonna go below the 1250 on the ES. It's gonna open another hour for us, or we're gonna call it off for today. The 1250 is this the key, and now we have a projection at 1250. This is the key right now. It's gonna make a different closing position here, or we're gonna close position at 90850. 90850. We're gonna take both of them, and this is a way below the line actually. That projection did not help on 1250, and let's see if we are able to break that projection at 1250. The YM love to go farther down on the YM, but let's see. Let's see at the Nasdaq if it's refusing to die. This Nasdaq to the downside. Okay, there is a sell on the Nasdaq, which is gonna push the market farther down. If you want to take the Nasdaq, you can take a short at the on a simply 74.75 short on the Nasdaq, please. Limited short. 74.75 short limited order. Not even one tick above. 74.75 or 74.50 short. Not even one tick above that. Okay, we are about to break that area here. It's going to open a longer time for us. There we go. Now we are going. A Nasdaq, gentlemen, it is 74.50 limited order sell. 74.50 on a sim, please. Now 11.75. We are going to close the ES at 908. 908, 908.50. You need to close. For the Nasdaq who's taking that trade, you need to mark the 71 level. Once we break the 71 level, your final destination 72.75. So it is very important to keep your eye on the 71.25, please. Uh, pull back on the Nasdaq. Close it. Go back and put 74.75 limited order. Sell limited order. There is two option. No, there is no more option. It's just 74.50 or 74.75 limited order, sell order. That's it. The CL is going back to retest the 63.61, and it's not gonna get up above the 63.66. So be careful with that. On the 15 minutes, we are going straight to the 909 and or 90850. This is where the problem is going to start on the support level. So actually, it is a close position at this area, reverse at this area at 90875 for the ES. This is a very good reversal in this area here. Folks, that's all what we have for today. I want to say it's been a pleasure serving every one of you. And we will see you tomorrow at 10 o'clock Eastern Time, the same channel. If you like our channel, please give us a thumb up on the YouTube, not on the Skype. And give us a thumb up. And that's all what we need from you, your support. And we thank you very much. And I hope somebody got something out of it today. God bless you, and see you tomorrow at 10 o'clock Eastern Time. Bye for now.